Shop for Adventure. I'm going to go live and I'm going to do a little segment that talks about what Scientologists miss out when they are in Clearwater, Florida. This is a little shop in Pinellas Park, which is a town just south of Clearwater. It's called Bill Jackson's Shop for Adventure. This is a shop that I have been utilizing for years, and they got really cool stuff here. I'm going to give you a little tour, and my gimbal is down, so I'm just going to walk around the store and show you guys. There's going to be a link for a Visa commercial that featured this store over the years. And we just got done with the ski deck, which is up there. Yep, so you can learn to ski right there on that ski deck, which I did 35 years ago. And you can do that this year as well at Bill Jackson's. So the cool thing about this store is that they have everything you could ever imagine. So we're going to, for the outdoor adventures. Oh, there's Bill Jackson and Mrs. J, the founders of the store. We recently lost them. They were well in their 90s. Awesome folks. So this part of the store is the dive center. Everything that you need for diving. Not only did I learn to ski here, but I learned to scuba dive because they have a scuba pool here. Here is some of their equipment. This is awesome. Spear guns, dive flags, ski boots. And this is the pool where I learned.
We teach all of our scuba, along with some of our kayaking and paddleboarding stuff. We have groups inside of the shop coming to use it as well. And then straight across it, we have our safe room. So we have a pretty huge selection of like gun safes and stuff like that. But yeah, very cool.
Beautiful. See, we got that impromptu tour there. That's great. Yeah. So you can get your tanks filled here. You can get tanks here. We're going to move on over to the paddleboard section. Hey, you doing double duty today? So we're live. We're live on YouTube. All right. Introduce yourself as a general manager.
I'm Melissa Dable. Nice to meet you.
Nice.
Brett Long.
Awesome. You've been here how long?
30 years.
That's why you don't remember Mike and I. We started coming here 35 years ago.
That's what they were saying.
Right. So I'm showing everybody all the cool stuff you guys have. So here's the paddleboard and the kayak section. And as I mentioned, that is where I learned to scuba dive. It's so awesome. And I just found out they got some free trial classes running. So I'm going to bring my two 18-year-olds here. You can get all your racks that you need for whatever your adventure is. There's a nice little fishing paddleboard right up there. And as we swing around, you can get all these really nice Yetis. We're going to walk out back. We'll show you some more of the shop here. So remember, if you hear a Scientologist says they were in Clearwater, they never get to experience all this stuff. If you haven't seen Jenna Miscavige's most recent series, it's incredible when she talks about being a kid and the things that they did and didn't get to do. They did work 100 hours a week. They did labor, hard labor as children, but they did not get to kayak. They didn't get to paddleboard. So right out back here, you can see the lake where they do demo some of the equipment. And Vipa, we are at Bill Jackson's Shop for Adventure in Pinellas Park, Florida. Derry Jackson and his brother Doug are the owners. Their mom and dad started the store way back in the 40s as an Army surplus store. And this is a gem here in this area for so many years. And again, for me, being surrounded by Scientology and watching Jenna talk about the things that they did and didn't do, I thought it'd be nice to just kind of give you guys a little tour of this shop and show you. So we're going to go through here. This is the fishing section. You fly fishermen, tie your flies here. Got all the equipment here. You got your shrimp and your crab flies. Everybody that works in the department is an expert in that particular category. And you want some great advice, you come in here. You want some great equipment, you come in here. You want to catch tarpon on a fly rod, they'll show you how to do that. And this is so awesome. I'm going camping this weekend, so I'm picking some stuff up. Also picked up some snorkeling gear because we're going scalloping. Another thing that the Scientologists miss out on. You got all of your camping equipment here, your camping gear. Let's see, where's the small? Sometimes they got the small demo tents. They live and breathe what they sell. So as I mentioned, everybody here does all this cool stuff. Let's just keep walking through. How cold you're going to be? Here's their selection of sleeping bags all along there. Are you hungry? There's the freeze-dried food. Just incredible selection here. All your cooking gear. We're in the camping section, obviously. You going backpacking? Got them all. Everything right here. Got all your hydration systems. Got all your cool gear. And how about you young parents? You know, you want to take the babies out? Here comes the cool part. All right, let's get you some nice backpacks. There's some cool backpacks for the families to go. Start them young. Very awesome stuff here. And now we're going to get into some of the clothing. Trying to go slow, guys, but I'm so excited. Working our way over to the shooting range in the gun section. And they carry all the top brands here at Bill Jackson's. My buddy Jeff was asking if I'm still on the ski slope. Now, we did that earlier, and I couldn't film because my gimbal busted up, and they had to move on. But they've got safes, gun safes, all kinds of great equipment here. If you want your hiking shoes, you come right over here. You see these guys fitting some folks here. This is in the United States of America, Vipel, if I'm saying your name right. Got some great hiking shoes, hiking socks, hiking poles. Then you come on in here, and this is their shooting section. You got and
we're at their gun range, and I'm going to talk to Gary.
this is my buddy who's got his Ski Legends YouTube channel. He's filming here as well.
Six sections, and is it only handguns, Gary?
You can shoot 22 rifle,
22, okay.
but handguns.
I'm going to come over to here. I'm going to chat a little bit with Gary. So, Gary, tell me the history on the range.
In 1975, the bank at St. Petersburg was going out of business. My father bought the armor plating on the wall. And that's what we had between the shooting positions. And so they took the crane and put the put on, lowered them in, and we were standing there holding them while they're welding. So sparks are going down our back while they're holding position and welding.
That is wild. And this is built.
Right.
Your dad was such a great guy. I mean, the stuff that you guys have here, he came up with originally, and then you and your brother Doug have added to it over the years. But it's such a great shop. Give me some history on the shop. You started in
1946.
Okay.
My father was stationed at MacDill Air Force Base, went to Europe during World War II, came back to MacDill, went back to Europe, came back while there was surplus. And that's how we started. Started selling things like oxygen tanks out of an airplane and use them for scuba tanks. You can't do that anymore, but in those days, you couldn't really get scuba tanks.
right.
So you put a valve in them, pushing, which now you can't do.
Right.
And he hired a UBT instructor to teach scuba diving, to teach them how to teach scuba diving in 1950, long before there were any certifications. None of the certifications were even thought of in 1950.
Right.
And so it evolved from outdoor stuff like tents and sleeping bags to serious sleeping bags and tents.
Right.
Snow skiers came up, bought backpacking jackets to go skiing, and it just kind of kept going.
Wow. And I'm amazed. There's people here that I know from 35 years ago. They're still here.
So that was really cool because Mike's interviewing Derry for his channel, The Ski Legends, out of Colorado. He happened to be in town. And they're very, very particular about the equipment they carry, safety, etc. Got some antiques up there, not for sale. Yep. And that's the gun section. He's still talking about some employees that we know from 35 years ago. That's because you take care of him, Derry. He takes care of his employees. Gonna walk back out to the store. Okay, so you guys got a great little tour of Bill Jackson's Shop for Adventure. And once again, folks, just trying to highlight some things that Scientologists, and particularly kids in Scientology, don't get to experience any of these types of things. And let's see if we can't help to change that. And with that, I'm going to find some cool stuff to sign off on. Where was a couple of those pictures I was looking at earlier? All right, so walk back here. So they'll turn over after summertime from scuba and snorkeling gear back here. They'll put all their ski equipment in here. Well, there's a few ski jackets left over here. They'll bring a lot more inventory in. This ski deck will be busy the whole time, teaching people to ski. In the back is the ski shop, where they work on the skis. I get my skis tuned here before I bring them out to Colorado and Utah. And that's a great section there. And we will close out with one of the trips that I may or may not have been on. They do some great trips, part of the Tampa Bay Snow Skiers Club. And we got some trips coming up. So that's the tour of Bill Jackson's Shop for Adventure. Going to close out from here, folks. Thank you very much. And be sure to go watch Sins of Scientology with Sandy and Abraham. Fantastic deep dive. And Jen Miscavige and her channel now with all of her Q&A. Great stuff. And of course, Ron doing great stuff there. See you guys.